Welcome back to 92.3 The Coliseum, the Sports Talk Radio Show. Today, I'm joined by Cormac Cornerstreff and Will Carr on this sunny Boston afternoon. If you guys want to call in, we're taking callers at 617-774-3215. That is 617-774-3215. Our first topic of the day today, boys, is let's make our predictions for the NFC divisions. Starting off with the NFC West.
NFC West. Will, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
So, I think the clear winner of this division is the Rams. Former Super Bowl champions. This team is overpowered. I have them finishing with at least 13 wins. And then the 49ers and the Cardinals and the Seahawks, to me, I think they're all kind of around the same area. That 8-8. I think maybe 7 to 6 wins ranging in those teams. I think the Seattle Seahawks, while they're still rebuilding, are the best of those three teams. And I actually have a little bit of a bold take. The Arizona Cardinals are going to finish last in the NFC West.
Okay. I'm gonna agree with you with the Rams. They're gonna be the clear division winners, possibly clear NFC winners. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm taking the Cardinals. Taking the Cardinals second, and then I feel like it's a battle for third place with the Niners and the Seahawks, because both teams. A lot of people are very high on the Niners. I'm really not. With how the quarterback situation is right now, and there's no clear number one quarterback, no clear starting one. Some people want Trey Lance. Some people want Jimmy G. So I don't know.
Yeah, and to build off what you guys are saying, I don't necessarily agree with your take on the Seahawks, because I don't think they're going to do much with Drew Lock as a starting quarterback. So I'm going to put the Cardinals at 2. I'm going to actually put the Seahawks losing, and I think that the 49ers and the Cardinals are going to be very close, second and third. Next up, we got the NFC North. So.
Yeah, I'll go first. Even though to me the Packers lost Devontae Adams, I still see them as the division winner. Jair Alexander, they have the best defense, I think, obviously, in the NFC North. And then, all the other teams, a little bit of a battle. I think the Detroit Lions, bold take, are going to have at least 6 wins this season. Jared Goff, he's a good quarterback. I've always thought he's a little bit underrated. Mm-hmm. Aiden Hutchinson, he's a great draft pick. And then I think the Bears and the Vikings. The Vikings, they're just not a great team. I don't think they're prepared for this season. Bad coaching staff, I'm not too sure about them.
I agree.
You agree? I agree with that. I like your Lions take. I will give a little bit to the Vikings. I'll have them finishing third, but I just don't like the Bears. They just go in fourth place.
Definitely not. I just hate the Vikings. I hate what they've done with the team, and I just think they haven't improved at all, and their coaching staff is just terrible. Oh, looks like we got a caller. Is it Bobby Kelly? Are you with us? Bobby Kelly from Boston.
Yes, I am. I just want to say that all the Vikings accusations are horrible. They are going to win the NFC North. Kirk Cousins is a proved star. He's top 5 in the NFC. The coaching staff is amazing with Kevin O'Connell. And Justin Jefferson is just a superstar. He's so good. You guys are all wrong. You guys are all stupid. Just horrible stuff. Horrible takes. You guys suck.
All right, I think we have a delusional Vikings fan on the phone with Bobby Kelly.
Thanks, Bobby. All right.
I'm not too sure about that take, Bobby. Justin Jefferson has proven himself as one of the best receivers in the league. But, the coaching staff and just the young defensive core, I don't think it's going to cut it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on from that crazy phone call. We're going to go on to the AFC North now.
AFC North? All right. Where do you have?
What do you say?
I have a bit of a different opinion on this topic. I think that the Bengals obviously still finish in first, Super Bowl contenders. While I don't think they have as good of a season last year, I don't want to call it a fluke, but I think it was definitely a little bit lucky. And then as far as the other people in the division go, the Browns, it's really a mystery whether or not Deshaun Watson's going to be playing for them. I think the Ravens could have a surprising season. A lot of people forget they still have one of the best defenses in the league. And Lamar Jackson, he's shown that he doesn't necessarily need the best receivers.
I kind of see where you're coming from. Like, I agree with you on the Bengals stage. It was a little bit of a fluke, but I don't think it'll be too much, because they still have very talented young offense with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow, and you got Joe Mixon there too. He's sort of young. But I like them finishing first. And then I think the Ravens will finish second, and then I think I got the Browns, and then I'm really not high on the Steelers.
Yeah,
I have the Steelers finishing last, to be honest.
If Kenny Pickett does play, which we don't know yet, but I don't like the Steelers receiving core. Losing Juju Smith-Schuster, one of the biggest red zone targets on their team, And, there's a lot of mystery surrounding the quarterback play, Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett. Who's going to beat one another out?
Yeah, and to be honest, there's still not really a designated number one wide receiver, which could really cause problems between Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to wrap that topic up, I don't necessarily agree because I do think that the Steelers have a great defense, and Chase Claypool will really rise up as a really good wide receiver one, a top one in the league, I think. And so I'm actually putting the Ravens at last place, Browns at third, and then Bengals at first, obviously. So next up, we actually have the NFC North, the AFC West.
Yeah, so there's a lot of controversy surrounding this topic. And, this is kind of the new thing in the league. This is a stacked division. We're looking at the best division in football right now. The Chargers have a great lineup. On paper, the Chargers look like a great team. I'm not sure how they're going to perform out on the field. You got the Chiefs, who, while they did lose Tyreek Hill and some of the defensive pieces, the Chiefs are still a great team. Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. And, I think they finished first in the conference. And then the Raiders, it's interesting with them. So they got Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams. I go with this a bit of surprise. I think the Broncos, with this newly acquired Russell Wilson and Cortland Sutton supposed to be healthy, I think the Broncos finish over the Raiders. Both wildcard teams though. There, what do you think, Cormac?
So very hot take. I have the Chiefs finishing last in the division and missing out on the playoffs. They are finishing fourth. And then in third, I got the Raiders. They made some solid improvements, but I don't think they'll be able to get past the Chargers or Broncos. And for the Chargers or Broncos, I feel like the Chargers have maybe like a slight edge. I think the Chargers and the Broncos will still split the season series of the two games. But the Chargers finishing first and the Broncos finishing second, but both of them making the playoffs.
So, Cormac, I got another question for you. Who do you think are the playoff teams in that division?
In the division? Because I believe it's not happened like ever. I'm not sure if like 3 teams in one division ever made the playoffs in one season, but if it is possible, then I feel like that could happen this year with how high caliber all these teams are.
Yeah, and just to wrap up that topic, I kind of disagree with what you had to say, and I think that if any 3 teams from one division could make the playoffs, it's going to be this division. And my take is that I believe that all 3 but the Broncos are going to make it. I've just always thought that the Broncos have a mediocre defense, mediocre offense. They have Russell Wilson. They have an average receiver core. Like Cortland Sutton still hasn't proven himself to be a top 10, top 15 wide receiver in the league. So I think they're going to be fourth. I think they're going to finish last. And the Chiefs are going to stay on top.
I mean, we'll see how the division plays out.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to watch them.
Yeah.
This has been 92.3 The Coliseum. Remember, see you guys next week.